Okay,
Okay, sir.
start. Solicitor firm employs typist on an hourly piece rate basis for their daily work. There are 5 typists. We can see it in figure A or table A. There are typists A, B, C, D, and E, and their rate per hour is also given. So, if typist A is working for 1 hour, he will receive, sorry, he or she will receive 5 rupees. Okay, and in 1 hour, he or she may type 12 pages. Okay, so this is what table number 1 indicates. Okay, so the question says there are 5 typists and their charges and speeds are different. So we can see there are different charges, 5, 6, 3, 4, 4, and typing speed is also different, 12 pages, 14 pages, 8 pages, 10 pages, and 11 pages. Okay, according to an earlier understanding, only one job was to be given to one typist, and the typist was paid for the full hour, even if he worked for a fraction of an hour. For example, A is working for 1.5 hours, then also he will be paid 10 rupees. Why? Because his rate is 5 rupees, and he will be paid for the complete hour, not only for half an hour. So it will be 10 rupees. Okay, find the least cost allocation for the following data. So you can see there are 5 jobs also. Jobs are P, Q, R, S, and T. Okay, so for this kind of a problem, see, this problem was in Delhi University MBA exam of 2000 and 2002. Okay, so normally what you are studying here, some MBA people will also study. Okay, so what we see here is, for the solution, we have to create, okay, for the solution, step one is to create cost matrix. Okay, so we have to create a cost matrix. Now, how to create a cost matrix? Say a for a given job P, for a given job P, time required will be time required will be equal to number of pages divided by time for pages. Okay, so basically it is equal to, you have 199 pages in job P, and he can type 12 pages per hour. So what will be the time required? How much time it will be required? 199 divided by 12. Can you please calculate this? Somebody please calculate and tell me the answer, or else 16 point
16.58, sir.
16.58. Okay, 16.58. Okay, so the time required is 16.58 hours. But as we can see here, the typist was paid full hour, even if he is working for half an hour. So this will be equal to, approximately equal to 17 hours. So even if it would have been 16.01, then also we would have taken 17 hours. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Whatever value you are getting, we have to take the upper end value. Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Is it understood? Okay. Similarly, so cost for A to P will be equal to 17 into 5. So that will be equal to 85 rupees,
85.
isn't it? 85 rupees. Correct? Correct? So this is the way we are going to calculate the complete matrix. So let us say we have a matrix of 5 by 5, which will be having typist A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. Performing P, Q, R, S, and T jobs. Okay. So we will create a 5 by 5 matrix, and all this matrix, all the values will be calculated in the similar fashion that in the way we have calculated it for PA, or sorry, AP. It is
Hello.
इंटरनेट इतना धीरे क्यों चल रहा है? हेलो, am I audible, students? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I got a call. That's why I got disconnected. So if we create a matrix, then the matrix will look somewhat like this. Okay. So I'm not going to calculate every value. I'm just going to write this value. You can calculate it later. So it will be 85, 75, 65, 125, and 75. Similarly, it will be 90, 78, 66, 132, 78. Then next is 75, 66, 57, 114, 69. The last is 80, 72, 60, 120, 72. And the lastmost row is 76, 64, 56, 112, and 68. Now this calculation you have to do it by yourself. Okay. Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this calculation part you have understood now. You have to divide each this page numbers divided by the number of pages it can type in 1 hour, multiplied and take the upper value, multiply it with 5. So you will get these values. Once you get the cost matrix for Hungarian method, step 1 is to perform row operations. So we will perform row operations. So row operations will be performed by taking the value of the row which is which value is minimum. Okay, so we will subtract the minimum value of each row from each element of that row. Okay, so here the minimum value is 65. So 65 minus 85 will be 20. Here 75 minus 65 will be 10. 65 minus 65 will be 0. 125 minus 65 will be 60, isn't it? Then last will be 10. Similarly, in this, the minimum value is 66, isn't it? So we'll subtract 66. So 90 minus 66 will be 24, isn't it? So 90 minus 60 is 30, 30 minus 6 is 24. Okay, so 24. Next is 78 minus 66 is 12. Next will be 0. Similarly, next will be 132 minus 66 will be 132 minus 66 will be 66. Correct? Then next will be 12. Is it correct, students? Hello? Am I audible?
So here we are subtracting with a small value, sir.
Yes, whichever is the least in this value, in this row, we are subtracting each element from that value. And
Okay,
you
sir.
can also write the value at the right end, but here my page gets ended, so I'm not writing it. But if you want, I can write it for you people here. This is say 65. Here the minimum value is 66. Next minimum value is 57. Next minimum value is 60. Next minimum value is 56. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it correct, students? Is it correct, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us just do the subtraction. So 57, 75 minus 57 is 18. Correct? Then it will be 9, sorry, 11. No, 9. 6 and 66 minus 57, 9. Then this will be 0. This will be exactly 57. Isn't it? Then this will be 69.
12.
So 12.
12.
Then again we'll calculate for this. 60 minus 80 minus 60 is 20. 12, 0, 60. This is 12. The next is 76 minus 56 is 20. 64 is 6 and 4, 8. Then this is 0. This is 56. Correct? And this is again 12. Is it correct, students? Is it done, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have got a 0 in each row. But what about columns? Is there a 0 in each column? No. So then what we will do is we will again perform column operation. So performing column operation, we will get, I'll draw a little bigger here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be 5th. Okay, and similarly here also we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here the minimum value is 18. 18 minus, so here the minimum value is 18. So 18 minus 20 minus 18 is 2. 24 minus 18 is 6. 18 minus 18 is 0. 20 minus 18 is 2. 2. Correct? Then here minimum value is 8. So this is 2, 4, 1, 4, 0. Here the minimum values are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then here minimum value is 56, isn't it? Minimum value is 56. So 60 minus 56 is 4. 60 minus 50, 66 minus 56 is 10, 11. Oh, sorry, 0, 1, 1. Then here it is 4 and 0. Is it okay? Is it okay, students?
So will you
Yes, sir.
please repeat this table once?
Okay. Here for this table, we were performing row operations. Okay. So that
Yes, sir.
means for each row, we are going to subtract the minimum value of the row from each element of that row. Here we are performing column operations. Column operation means we are going to subtract the minimum value of the column from each element of that column. So here the minimum value for column number 1 was 18. So we have subtracted 18 from each element. Here the minimum value is 8. So 8 is subtracted. This was 0, so there is no need to change anything. Here the minimum value is 56. So 4, 10, 1, 4, 0. Again, here the minimum value is 10. So let me just write the values for you. Here it will be 0, here it will be 56, here it will be 10. Okay, so here we get 0, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now, if you see the columns and rows, you will find that each row and each column have at least 1 0. Is it correct? See, row number 1, there is
Yes,
1
sir.
0 here, 1 0 here. Row number 2, there is a 0 here. Row number 3, 1 0 here, 1 0 here. Row number 4, there is a 0 here. Row number 5, 1, 2, 3 zeros. Okay, and if you see columns, column number 1, this is 1 0. Column number 2, this is 1 0. Column 3, all zeros. Column 4, 1 0. Column 5, 1 0. Okay, is it correct, students? Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts up to this point?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why we are subtracting this minimum value? Because this minimum value indicates that the minimum allocation value of the row and this minimum allocation value of the column. Okay, and what are these value indicating? These values which are other than 0 are indicating the penalties. If I select a value or if I give an allocation here, let us say if I am giving say A to work on P or Q, then I will be having a cost of 2 rupees extra than what we could have achieved other if I would have allotted A to R or T, because R or T there are 2 zeros. Got my point? What are these costs? These costs are indicative of the penalties, whereas these costs are the opportunity cost. Is it clear, students? What does this cost indicate? 4. This cost 4 indicates that if you supply A or if you allot A to work on S, he will be creating 4 rupees extra on that job if he would have been allotted to either R or T. Is it clear, students, now? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For the Hungarian method, what we do is we will start doing row operations again, but this time we are interested in looking for zeros. So if you see row number 1, there are 2 zeros. So we will skip this row. Then we'll move to row number 2. In row number 2, we find there is 1 0, only 1 0, isn't it? In row number 2, there is only 1 0. In row number 1, there are 2 zeros, one at this location, one at this location. Correct? Can you see my pointer, students?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, okay. So in row number 1, there are 2 zeros, 1 and 2. Whereas for row number 2, there is only 1 0. So for that 0, I will make a square, making it that row B, that is typist B, should be allocated to work R only. Why? Because if he is allotted to any other work, he will be increasing the cost, isn't it? Is it or not, students? Because for row B, there is only 1 0, indicating that only this job is applicable for B. Is it correct? Is it understood, students?
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Is it understood? Okay. And if I have allotted job R to B, can I allot it to A?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Job R is allotted to B, I cannot allot it to A. I cannot allot it to C, so I'll cut this 0. I cannot allot it to D, so I'll cut this 0. I cannot allot it to E, so I'll cut this 0. Okay. Is it okay, students?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
understood why I have cut these zeros? Is it understood, students?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
in D we have 1 0, right?
Yeah, in D we have 1 0, but that is crossed now.
Okay.
Okay. We'll come to that, Kanna, don't worry. We are coming to that point only. Okay, so next allotment will be, see here, for row 3. For row 3, there is 1 0 here, 1 0 here, but this is already crossed. So you can allot this 0, but let us not allot it here. Let us go to next. So in this row, only 1 0 was there. That is also cut. In row 5, there is 1 0, 2 0, 3 0. Okay, so if you see in all there are 3 zeros, so I am not going to allot anything here. Once my row operations are done, I have only one allocation due to row operations. So then I'll go to column operations. If I go to column operation, this is my first column, indicating that P should be allotted to C. Otherwise, if I allot it to any other job, any other typist, it will increase the cost. So I'm making an allocation here. And in this column, in this row, if there are any other allocation, I am going to cross it, because C cannot be allotted to any other jobs, isn't it? Similarly, if I go to job Q, this is only 1 0. So I'm going to allot this to E. If I allot it to E, E cannot be allotted to any other job. So I'll have to cut this 0. Okay. Then I'll go to row third. Row third is already having an allocation. Then I'll go to row 4. Row 4 is also having an allocation, but was also having a 0, but it is also cut. Then I'll go to column 5. In column 5, there is only 1 0. So I'll allot 1 0. And if there's any other 0 in this column, in this row, I'll cut them. But this is already crossed. Okay. So if you see the allocation, we have got 1 allocation, 2 allocation, 3 allocation, and 4 allocation. So is the cost or is the allocations done, or is the answer optimal? What should be the number of allocation?
5, sir. Since we have 5
Yes,
workers
it
and
should be 5. It should be equal to the Just a second, students. Okay. So what should be the number of allocations here? Number of allocations. Number of allocations should be equal to what? Number of allocations should be equal to number of rows. Then only solution is optimal, isn't it? But is it the case? But is it the case? No. Which row is not having any allocation? Row number 4.
D.
Which column is not having any allocation? Row column number 4.
Yes.
Okay. So we are not going to randomly allot this as the cost. Okay. We are not going to allot this as randomly as the hello, am I audible,
Cost.
students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are not going to randomly allot it to these circles. Okay. Hello, am I audible, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we are going to do for that, we are going to create, you can do it here also, but let me create one more table here. That way it will be good for us. Okay. This is just, I'm creating another table for my reference. This is not necessary. You can do it in the same table also. Okay. Because I want to explain, that's why I'm creating one more table. Okay, let me just rewrite it. 2204 and this 0 is also allocated. This 0 is cut. Then you have 6400 being allocated, and this is 10 2. Then last is 0 allocation 1 0 being crossed 1 2 2 4 0 being crossed 4 2 2 0 0 being allocated 0 being crossed 0 being crossed and 2. Okay, so what we will do here, we will select first that row which is not having any allocation. So this row is having allocation, this row is also having allocation, this row is also having one allocation, this row is having no allocation. So if there is a row which is having no allocation, we'll mark a tick here. Okay, if there is a row which is having no allocation, we will mark a tick. Is it understood, students?
Yes, sir.
Which row you are going to select? You are going to select a row in which there is no allocation. Say if there are 2 rows, then we'll make 2 ticks. Okay, but since here there is only one row which is having no allocation, so we'll mark a tick. In that row, we will see where there is a 0. So this is the 0 which is crossed. Okay, so if this is crossed, we will mark a tick here. In that row, in the ticked row. How to tick row? First is to tick the row. Which row is to be ticked? The row in which there is no allocation. So in this, there is no allocation, so we will tick this row. In this ticked row, which point you are, or which column is having a 0? So this column is having a 0. For example, if this is a tick row, we would have marked this row, this column, as well as this column, because these two are the crossed zeros. So we will see that there is only one cross zero, so we will mark a tick here. Am I clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Let me revise it once. First is we have to select a row in which there is no allocation. In the first step of optimality, you have to find a row in which there is no allocations. We have selected row number 4. In row number 4, now in the ticked row, whichever row is ticked, in that particular ticked row, wherever there is a zero, we will tick that column. So in row number 4, there was a 0 in column number 3. That is why I have selected column number 3. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the ticked column, now first is row, then the column. Now in the ticked column, wherever there is an allocation, in the ticked column, wherever there is an allocation, we will mark that row. So the allocation is at row number 2. So we will mark a tick in row number 2. Is it clear? Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Then what we will do is, we will mark the ticked column with a line, straight line, ticked column. So this is the ticked column, so I'm marking a straight line. And unticked row. See, this is ticked row, this is ticked row, but we will cut the unticked row. So I'm going to cut this unticked row, I'm going to cut this unticked row, I'm going to cut this unticked row. So I will draw horizontal lines from the unticked row wherever there is no tick. Okay. And for vertical lines, I'm going to tick it on, make the vertical lines from a ticked column. Is it clear? Please remember this clearly. For rows, it should be unticked. For column, it should be a ticked column. Is it correct? Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Is it understood, students? Okay. Then in the remaining uncrossed, in the remaining uncrossed elements, see, this is uncrossed, 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 and this is uncrossed. Okay. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there are 8 elements through which there is no line passing. Okay. So lines, the elements through which no lines are passing, in that remaining elements, we will find the minimum value. What is the minimum value? What is the minimum value? Please tell me, students.
2, sir.
Yes, 2 is the minimum value. How difficult it was to answer 2?
Sir, if it is more than one, like more than 1, 2 is there, then same thing, no? No changes.
There are 2 2s. See, 1 2 2 2 3 2. There are 3 2s. That doesn't make any difference. We have to select a value which is minimum. So minimum value is 2. Isn't it? Minimum value is 2. Now 2 may be present at 1 point or 2 may be present at 3 locations, as in our case. Okay. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
So what we will do is, wherever the single line is passing, we will keep that elements as it is. So this will remain 2, this will remain 2, this will remain 4, this will remain 0. Now you may say, why this column I have left? Because there are two lines passing, one horizontal line and one vertical line. Okay, wherever there is only one single line, we will keep them as it is. So this is as it is, this will remain as it is. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 2, this is 0, this is 0, and this is 2. Other than these, wherever there is no line passing, we will subtract the minimum value from them. So 6 minus 2 will become 4, 4 minus 2 will become 2, 10 minus 2 will become 8, 2 minus 2 will become 0, 4 minus 2 will become 2, 2 minus 2 will become 0, 2 minus 2 will become 0, 4 minus 2 will become 2. Is it okay? Now if you see, here also there is only one line passing, so we will make it 0. Here also there is only one line passing vertical, so we will make this as 0. Now wherever there is a cross, there are two lines passing, then we will add the element which is minimum that we have subtracted from the remaining. So this will become 2, this will become 2, and this will become 2. Correct? Is it understood, students? What I have done? I'll repeat it once again. From here, after getting this allocation, there was one row where we were not having any allocation. So what we did is we marked the row with a tick in which there was no allocation. Okay. Then we marked the column in which there was a 0, tick here. Then in this column, we marked the row where there was an allocation. So we ticked this. Then what we did is, wherever there is no tick in the rows, we have marked a straight horizontal line. So 1 line, 2 line, and 3 lines. Okay. Then in the columns, wherever there was a tick, we marked the vertical line. So we make 1 line. Okay. After this, wherever there was single line passing, we have kept that value as it is. So 2, 2, 4, 0. Then 0, 1, 1, 2. Then 2, 0, 0, 2. In the remaining, these also are this 0 and this 0. These zeros are also having one line only, one vertical line. So this will be written as it is. After this, whatever are the remaining, in that remaining we have find the minimum value. So minimum value was 2. So this 2 was subtracted from each uncrossed, each element which was not having any line passing through them. Okay, so this become 4, 2, 8, 0, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0. And wherever there was a cross, there we have marked the addition of that particular element. So 0 plus 2 will become 2, 0 plus 2 will become 2, 0 plus 2 will become 2. Is it understood, students? Any doubts up to this point? Any doubts, students? Did you get it how we have created one more matrix?
So will you please come again this one?
Which one? Which part?
The second matrix.
The second matrix. Okay, again I'll go. From this matrix, we have marked the row in which there was no assignment. So we have marked this row. Okay. In this ticked row, we have marked a column where we had the 0. So here it was a 0. So I have marked the tick here. In this ticked column, we have seen where there was an allocation. So there was an allocation in row 2. So we have marked the tick in the row 2. Then from row 1, row 3 and row 5, we have drawn horizontal straight lines. Okay. Unticked row. Is it understood? Then
Yes, sir.
from column 3, the ticked column, we have marked a vertical line. Okay. Now, in the elements where there was only one single line, like for element 1 1, 1 2, 1 4, 1 5, 2 3 1, 3 2, 3 4, 3 5, 5 1, 5 2, 5 4, and 5 5. These 6 elements 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. These 12 elements will remain unchanged. Sorry, 14 elements. These 12 and 2 3 and 4 3. Why? Because this is also having only single vertical line, no horizontal line. Is it understood now? So these elements I have made them unchanged. 1 1 is 2, 2 1 sorry 1 2 is 2, 1 4 is 4, 1 5 is 0. Okay, but I will not make allocation here. Here it was allocated 0, but here I have not made an allocation. Okay, I'll tell you why. The allocations what were drawn here will get neglified. Okay, is it understood now?
Yes, sir.
Anna, is it understood? Okay, then whatever elements are remaining, so which are remaining 1 3, 2 1, 2 2, 2 4, 2 5, 4 2, 4 1, 4 2, 4 4, 4 5, and 3 3 and 5 3. Okay, these are the remaining elements. In these elements where there is no row or no lines passing, so 6 4 10 2 2 4 4 2, these are the elements in which there is no lines being passed. Okay, in these elements we will select a element which is having minimum value. So minimum value is 2. Now 2 is present at 3 locations: 2 5, 4 1 and 4 5. Okay, let it be, we are not bothered about it. What we want is the minimum value. So what we will do is, from all the elements we will subtract 2. So 2 is subtracted from 6. So 6 minus 4, 2 will become 4. 4 minus 2 will become 2. 10 minus 2 will become 8. 2 minus 2 will become 0. Then 2 minus 2 will become 0. 4 minus 2 will become 2. 4 minus 2 will become 2. 2 minus 2 will become 0. Now which elements are remaining? Only 1 3, 3 and 5 3, because these elements are having a plus sign, one vertical horizontal line. So I will simply add the values minimum. So minimum we were subtracted from all the elements. 0 plus 2 will 0 plus 2 will become 2. 0 plus 2 will become 2. Is it? Hello. Is it understood now, students?
For,
Yes,
for
sir.
R3
Yes, sir.
minimum is 2 or 1, sir?
Sorry?
For
Can you
R3 column 3,
R3?
column 3.
R3 3.
Yeah.
No. We are not. Whichever element is minimum, that this 2 is to be added at all the plus sections. Not
Okay.
for that particular row. Not for that particular row. Do not take the row minimum or the column minimum. Whatever was subtracted from the remaining elements is to be added at the plus junctions. What value
Okay,
you
sir.
subtracted from 6? You subtracted 2 from 6. What value subtracted from 10? 2, isn't it? So that value is to be added at these junctions. Is it understood
Okay.
now?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
again if you see, there are zeros in each row. See, 1 0, 2 zeros, 1 0, 2 zeros, 1 2 3 zeros, and 2 zeros. Similarly, if you see in all columns, you will be having zeros. Correct? Now, what we will do is, again we will go for allocation. Now, if I go for allocation, what should be the method? Method should be, we should go from top to bottom in the rows and from left to right in the columns, isn't it? So first row is having only 1 0. So what I'll do is, I'll mark a allocation here and I'll cross all the zeros in the column. Okay. Why? Indicating that A is being allotted to T, so T cannot be allocated to any other operator, isn't it? Is it or not, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in row 2, there were 2 zeros, but 1 is crossed. So we will not allocate this. We will skip it for now. For now, I am going to skip it. Then I go to row C. For C, there is only 1 0. So what I'll do is, I'll mark an allocation here. Once I mark an allocation here, QP cannot be allocated to any other operator. So I'll cross this. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Is it understood, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just take a snapshot of the attendance, otherwise I'll forget. So there are 18 students today. Okay. Anyhow, so now if I go to row 3, there were 3 zeros, but 2 are already cut. So I'm not going to make any allocation here. I'm simply going to jump to row 5. Again, row 5, there are 2 allocations. Sorry, 2 zeros. Okay, I cannot make an allocation here also. So what I'll do is, I'll jump to column operations now. So if I go to column operations, first column is already allocated. We'll leave it as it is. We'll go to column number 2. In column number 2, there is only 1 0. So what I'll do is, I'll mark this 0 and cross any other zeros in that row. Okay. Is it understood? Is it understood, students? Then
Yes,
I'll
sir.
go to
Yes, sir.
column 3. Again, column 3, there are 2 zeros. Isn't it? So I cannot make an allocation here. So I'll go to column 4. Column 4 also, there are no zeros. Column 5, 1 allocation is already made. But there are still 2 zeros left. So what I'll do is, again, I'll go to row operation. Now there is 1 0 which is allocated. In this, there is 1 cross 0. So I'll neglect this cross 0 and I'll make an allocation here. Once I make it an allocation here, then I'll cross this 0. So again, if you see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 allocations. Again, in the row 4, there is no allocation being made. The same values is being copied, isn't it? Is it or not, students?
Yes, sir.
So what we will do is, again, we will follow the same pattern. Again, we will perform the same operations. That is, we will mark the row in which there is no allocation. So we'll mark this tick. In this, wherever there is a 0, I'll mark that columns. So there is 1 0 here, I'll mark this as tick. There is 1 0 here, I'll mark this as tick. There is 1 0 here, I'll mark this as a tick. In this, there is 1 allocation here. So I'll mark this as a tick. In this, there is an allocation here. I'll mark this as a tick. In this, there is an allocation here. I'll mark this as a tick. Okay. Then from the unticked row, I'll draw the horizontal line. From the ticked column, I'll draw the vertical line. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'll perform the same operations. Okay. So I think today we will stop here. This we will continue in the next class. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because I have one more class now, so I cannot continue now. So we'll stop here. In the next class, we'll continue from this point. If you want, you can continue and try to find the solution. Okay. I'll post this video now itself. Okay.